going on, everyone? It's Bales, and welcome back to another AFL Fantasy round review, or a bit of a team review, post round 3. So another pretty decent week. So back-to-back good weeks in a row. Round rank of 3,833 with a score of 1976. That's back-to-back weeks now with top 4,000 rank for the round, which is really good. So over rank now of 5,846, which if I just quickly work out exactly how many spaces that was up this week. So I was about, I think it was 17,111 last week. So now 5,846. What's that? Up 11,265 spots. So really happy with that. And considering, as I said, I was just inside top 40k 2 weeks ago. Very, very happy with how the last 2 weeks have gone. Team value is good as well. It says 17.055, but I do have 405 or 6k in the bank. So I think it's like 17.46, which is really good. Looking at the people around me, that seems pretty good. So very, very happy with the team value so far. +3, -3. +3 will probably go to Max Gawn. I was there live watching him, and he was fantastic. He was just like, he was the best player on the ground everywhere. I could have given it to Nick Martin as well because he was incredible. So it was actually good because I went out and watched this game before I went to this game. So I got to see two of my players go massive. So yeah, very, very happy with Gawny. A lot of good performance as well, which we'll talk about in a sec as well. -3, as I said on the pod last night, could have gone to Marcus Bontempelli's second and third quarters because they were atrocious. I think it was like, would have been, I think it was like 17 points or something. It was not good. Actually, no, 13 points. Sorry, 30 was even less than that because he was on 44 at half time and he was on 57 at three-quarter time. But it's the fact, no, hang on. Yeah, it was 20, sorry, because he was on 37 points at quarter time. So not great from the Bont. I'm hoping he can start getting into gear soon. It's not, he hasn't been awful. It's not like Laird last year who dropped to 50, but he's gone like 90 and 2 low hundreds. I just need one of those big scores, and I'm hoping Gather Round against Geelong is a game that he'll do that. Hopefully be playing more in the midfield this week than resting forward like he was on the weekend. But no, the actual -3 probably goes to Zach Williams, just the 60. Him, Massimo, and who was it? James Jordan. Three of them couldn't decide who's going to be my best 18 because one of them was. So I'll just say Zach Williams was. More disappointed with him. I think Massimo, the conditions didn't quite suit him. Jordan was a bit disappointing as well, but Williams with 60, he's just gassed out the end of games, which has not been great. So, but hopefully he can respond better this week. But let's go through the players. But before we do, as always, make sure you please do smash a like on the video if you're enjoying the content. It does really help out the channel. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We reached 1,900 subscribers last night, so only 100 away from 2K. So if you can make sure you subscribe and let help us reach that milestone, that'd be very much appreciated. But going through the team, Harry Sheezer 126 just continues on his merry way, just absolutely fantastic. Really not much more to add on him because he's been fantastic. He's just, yeah, he's going very, very well. Hayden Young 129, really good to see this bounce back game. I did flag that last Sunday. I thought he was going to bounce back with a better game. I didn't expect 129. I was just expecting 100 plus. I just thought the game was going to be better suited to him. I think the harder matchups are going to be better for him. I think the easier matchups he might not get as involved, but he looked really good. Got a lot of +6, a lot of tackles. Yeah, his best game for the year quite clearly, and I think he's back on track and he'll be making a bit of cash. I think his break-even's back up to 79, so which will back down to 79, which is good. So I know we're not bringing him in for his break-even, but if you sort of trade him out or didn't start him, he could be an underpriced guy you look at. Elliot Yeo, back-to-back weeks of pretty solid scores at 108 there. And people were a bit worried after round 1. Now he's averaging 92 for the season, which is pretty good for a defender. Obviously, we paid, 70-odd for him before, so at the start of the season. So really happy with him. He's got some tough games out the way. He's got Sydney this week, which isn't great, but I think this fixture starts opening up a bit for him. So it will be good to hopefully see him continue some of those 100-plus scores. Massimo D'Ambrosio, 60. Bit disappointing, but then again, made some good cash. I think he's still got a pretty lowish break. Yeah, 44 break even, so that's still fine. He's really only going to be there for another, round 4 this week. He's got to be there for 3 more weeks, and then he'll be going to a midfielder because obviously when the when the DPs come out, guys like Bonner, if he's still there, Roberts, McKercher, Nick Martin, and even a Fisher, if he's still there as well, are all going to get defender status. So I'll be able to trade your D'Ambrosios, your Zach Williams. If Yo starts performing bad, which I expect him to be fine, guys like that can go. Even a Howes can go to a rookie, and maybe you might be able to bench a McKercher or someone on your bench and have him as a D7. But I don't know, probably not. But yeah, so that's them. Howes disappointing, only the 23 as well. That just shows the risk of having him on field. I just don't think he can play him at D6 now. I think We knew that he was capable of it. He started really well, but the 23 shows I think he's got to be on your bench. Obviously, we mentioned Zach Williams as well before. It was good to have that score this week with Whitfield on the bench as well, so he'll come into the side this week. So very happy with that as well. Reid obviously didn't play. He'll be a good loot because I'll be able to loot Williams and Howes. Like Howes plays this Thursday, which is great. Williams will play late in rev. Howes pops to 70 plus, so I'll be able to field him instead and bench Williams, but we'll see how that goes. Bont, as I mentioned before, 103. Considering he got to that, I was very, very happy. My mood changed dramatically from the end of the third quarter to the end of the last quarter. So happy enough with 103. It's just disappointing. My 6 captain options were Sheasel, Bont, Dawson, Steele, Gawn, and Heaney. The other 4 went over 124, and the 2 I picked went low hundreds, which was disappointing. But at least they got 100, I guess. Dawson as well, 100. Didn't drop a huge amount. I think he's going to drop a huge amount. And Bont's still got a break even of 140. 136, sorry. So it's getting a little bit low, which is good. If he just keeps popping at these hundreds, he's still going to keep going down, but hopefully puts up a 130 sooner or 120, and to really stop that cash gen going down, because I don't want everyone getting him at 900k when I paid 1.05 million or something for him. I had the spare cash. I'm happy enough to pay for them at the start of the season. So anyone that's in, especially shout out to people in the group chat that I'm in, I'm happy to pay for the midfielders. I don't care about the cash with them, to be honest. Jack Steele, 124. He's back. I've said it every week so far this season, but he's back. He's averaging 117 over 3 weeks. Scored back-to-back scores over 120. Got a 108 in the first week. His tackling is great. His marks are up as well. Like, that was the thing that was missing last year, was the marks, and he wasn't getting as much of the ball, whereas he's getting over 20. He's had 25 or more touch in every game, at least 4 marks in every game, at least 6 tackles in every game, which is great. So as I said, he's back. He's looking really good. So good to see Jack Steele back and healthy, and is looking like a top 8 midfielder based on the way he's going. We'll have to see if he can keep that up for the rest of the season. Nick Martin, 145 was fantastic. That really sort of solidifies about him being a good pick. I know it's just 1 week, but now he's averaging 113.7. It was against the Saints, yes, good matchup, but we need to take advantage of good matchups because Port Adelaide's a bit of a tougher matchup. Then he's got the Bulldogs, which is a good matchup. Then Crows, which is a bad matchup. Then you've got some middling matchups with Collingwood. And West Coast is okay, but for defenders, maybe not as much. But yeah, Nick Martin, I'm very, very happy with him. And I'm going to be looking forward to flicking him back into my defence in round 7. Or post round 6, sorry. Riley Bonner, 127, was good from a fantasy perspective. His disposal, not as much. Had 17 turnovers. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll still play. But yeah, he made a lot of cash this week, which is great. 15 break even, so he's going to continue to make cash as long as he's in the side. I don't think they're going to drop him. A lot of those kicks as well were just to a pack, and they just were just intercepted. So I don't think they were necessarily like shank kicks. There were a few of them, but not as bad, I guess, as what the stats of 17 turnovers and the most turnovers by a player since 2012 would probably suggest. But yeah, Bonner, hopefully he should be fine. But yeah, just a monitor, but very happy with his score. Matt Roberts, 94 as well, fantastic. Just continues to make bulk cash. Another, 76k made this week. Break even to 3. He's nearing Mussobo's price, which is interesting. So, yeah, he's 505k. He'll be 600k soon. Sorry, I didn't even check his break even there. Is it still negative? No, it's 3, but still very, very low. He's got a great role, averaging 84.5 this season. He's just going to continue to be really good, and probably going to be a guy we hold through to the mid-season buys and not a trade out next week. Cody McKercher, 77, again, continue to make great cash, 466k, break even to 7. He's just a guy, again, we're probably going to hold through for a fair while to go as well, along with Riley Sanders, he would have put up near a 90 score in round 1, put up a 77 last week, I think it was, and then put up an 85 this week. So really, really happy with his scoring. Obviously, he's got better each week. 68, 78, then an 85. So yeah, really, really happy with him. Just knows how to get the ball. He's getting a few marks and a few tackles a game, which is making sure that he doesn't have any of those really low scores. So yeah, happy enough with him on field. Jeremy Sharp, 63, had one big quarter to save that one as well, but Crows are a bit of a difficult matchup, so I'm still fine if you've got him on field. I've currently got him on the bench. I think he'll stay there just for the time being. But yeah, very happy with his cash gen regardless. Jai Clark, was good to finally see him pop a good score with a 76. So now his break even's now -3, which is good. So it's really going to kickstart that cash gen. I'm glad now that I did hold him. I was going to get rid of him this week. He didn't get a good score. I still don't mind people that jumped off of him just because those low scores. But yeah, good to have that good score and now built into his price rise for the next few weeks. Gorney, 146, as I mentioned before, very, very happy with him. He's going fantastic, averaging 119.3. We knew that he can do this as a solo ruck. We just thought maybe the age of, His age is up here. Age of 32, can he still do it? And after four games, he's shown that he can. So hopefully he can continue it for the season. Because, yeah, he's doing better than English and Marshall. And my Spice Take pre-season, I messaged Mitch and Luke about it, and I can put a screenshot out if people want evidence. I actually said Gawn to be the number 1 scoring ruck in the comp. Or it might have been the number 1 scoring player, but I'm pretty sure it was ruck. So, yeah, interesting to see if that one holds true for the rest of the season. Tristan Sherry, 83. Happy enough with that. Still made some decent cash. His break-even is creeping up a little bit, but it's still fine. He's averaging 102.7. He did give away 5 free kicks in this game as well, which really limited that sort of ceiling score. That's the most he's given away by a fair while. A few of those were very, very unlucky as well. So even a few of those turned around, that's a 90-odd score. So it's still solid enough. He'll be better moving forward than an 83, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to hold him, and he's going to continue to make cash and put up some good scores. Obviously, Barnett didn't play. Heaney, 127. He's just, again, absolute beast mode this year. Another big score. That's back-to-back. Sorry, not back-to-back. 3 of his first 4 games have been over 120, and obviously a 117 with the other one, which is certainly nothing bad about that one. 122.5 average. It's exceeded all our expectations and what all of us saw, even in the midfield role. So, surely he doesn't move out of there, but now he's over 900k. If you don't have him, you're not getting him now. He's got the bye. Obviously not this week, next week. So, maybe someone you target post him, but then again, you're probably looking for value. So guys like maybe Dylan Moore, even if Flanders might be a bit more value that you might be looking at instead of Heaney. So yeah, but he's been great. Fisher, 76, it's okay. Again, there's not many forwards really to pick from. Maybe when a few more options start sort of popping their heads up, maybe you could. But even going like a Fisher to up to a Dylan Moore, is it really much for, like, yeah, you might get 14 points of upgrade because I think Moore got like a 90 on the weekend, but I still don't think it's an urgent matter. So for me, I'm probably not going to be looking at moving Fisher for a bit. But if an option rises up, then I might. Tom Powell, really happy with that trade in this week, 103. I did flag it last week. If he keeps in this role, I think he could be a top 6 forward. He's averaging 98 through 3 games, 103 against a pretty restrictive Carlton, to be fair, as well. Very, very happy with him. I keep clicking off it. What was his break even? 26, so he's got plenty of cash to make. I think if you didn't jump on him last week, I still think you can jump on him. Break even at 26. He's 642, so a little bit more expensive, but I think we've seen now that he's got a great role. His scoring's good. I think you can trust him a bit more to be a guy to average 85 plus from here, I think. So for me, I'm still happy to jump on him. James Jordan, I'll be jumping off him probably next week like everyone. He's got West Coast this week, so I think you've got to hold. But break into 54, hopefully you can get a solid score. Just go up a bit more in cash. We can move him on next week. It's only going to be maybe 140k. I'm probably looking at a guy like a Dylan Moore. It's only going to cost me, as I said, just over 100k. That's just a rookie downgrade and upgrade him. So that's what I'll be looking at there. Harley Reid, 43, Darcy Wilson, 35, Lazaro, 55, and Windsor, 38. I think 2 of those 4 will probably go for me this week just because I've got 400k in the bank. So this will lead me into my trades for the week. Obviously, all 4 of them were disappointing. Lazaro probably the one that's almost safe out of the 4 unless he was to get dropped because the 55, pretty good roll, is still solid enough. But yeah, Windsor 38, Wilson 35, and Reid 43. 38 wins I think will be going. So my trades this week, at this stage, I'm looking at going a Harley Reid down to Harvey Thomas, just because I've got so many forwards there. I don't think Harley Reid's going to burn me if I trade him anyway. Break even's up to 27 now, so it's not like he's only got if he pops 100, I think it's a bit unlikely to be fair, but he's got to pop a good score to really go up in price. Darcy Wilson, I think, is still capable of popping up a good score. I think Essendon have been a bit more restrictive this year, so I'm fine with him. Lazaro's still fine. He's making cash. I think he's still got a break even to 19. And then Windsor's break even as well would be up there a bit as well. Yeah, 31. So I'm happy to get rid of those 2. And then Windsor will go all the way up to Sam Flanders. So I'm pretty happy with that move. Gets one of these forward rookies off my bench. So I just have to play one of them on field a week, which I'm happy with. And yeah, that means the only rookies I've got on field is the 3 in the midfield and then the 1 in the forward line. So I'll be pretty happy with that structure. And then hopefully the week after, yeah, as I said, maybe downgrading a rookie. Could be a Cadman after this week. Could be a rookie go down and go Jordan up to Dylan Moore. So that's what I'll be looking at doing with my team there. So that'll be it for the team review. Just a short one today, just because obviously got to get it out. I'll be back live, not live, but I'll be back tomorrow for obviously the usual trade talk video. Obviously, probably the data won't be as good normally just because it's a shorter week, but still get out there day before the first game anyway. So Be interesting to see who people are bringing. I think Flanders, Toot Miller, even a Tom Green still, even though he's expensive, will be very popular ins this week for a lot of coaches. So yeah, I'll be going through all those tomorrow, so make sure you tune to that. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure you do click a like and smash the like button there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 100 subscribers away from 2K, so hopefully we can reach that very, very soon. Turn notifications on so you miss when I go live or upload any other content in the future. And all my social media links are in the description below. As always, let me know in the comments below what you guys scored this week, your +3, your -3, and what your potential trades are this week. And any questions you guys got, leave them in the comments below, and I'll get to those when I can. So appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and we'll be back on tomorrow for the trade talk video. So until then, I'm out. Cheers.